Malt Liquor Project. Today we're looking at Magnum. It's $2.19 in Laplace, Louisiana for this 40-ounce bottle. It's $1.49 in Baton Rouge. Last year it was $1.39, and 2 years ago they had it going in Baton Rouge for $1.29 for the 40-ounce bottles. For whatever reason, Magnum is like the most popular malt liquor in Baton Rouge. And then their second most popular is Old English. But Baton Rouge is a big malt liquor town. Not maybe as big as Shreveport, and in Shreveport it's the Schlitz malt liquor that rules the roost there. But you see Magnum around in the New Orleans area, but it's not as prominent. Okay, I can smell the skunk from here. If you get on the Miller website, they'll tell you how they make their beer, and it says right here, carefully brewed from the finest malted barley, select cereal grains, and choicest hops. And the cereal grains is yellow corn grits, okay? That's a long-standing Miller adjunct, the yellow corn grits. And they're very clear about that on the website. This malt liquor here is 5.6% alcohol, so it's one of the lower alcohol malt liquors. It curiously has the same exact specs as Mickey's, which Miller acquired from Pabst in 1999. They haven't changed the label for many years. There's an old label from the mid-90s. Before that they had a gold label with the burgundy trim, and then they went to the black and gold. Now, it says 6% here, but it has been reduced to 5.6. I've always liked Magnum. The people that do beer reviews on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate hate it, because Beer Advocate's saying poor, the bros say poor, and Rate Beer is giving it a 0 out of 100. Let's check it out. There was a little head. It'd be a thicker head and a narrower brim glass, but in this chalice it's kind of a thin head. It fizzed away, leaving some lacing. And there was an initial pungent aroma. Not necessarily a skunky aroma, like I said, but it was strong. You could smell the hops in it. Let's check it out now. Yeah, that bouquet, if you want to call it, whiffed away. And now what we're getting is just really a standardized beer smell, maybe a little extra strong beer aroma. It's full, it's sweet, it's grainy. And what are the grains? The barley malt and the corn. Okay, so I don't know how somebody can say this is a bad smell. They might say it's not super strong or whatever, but it's not. It smells like beer. If you don't like beer, you know, I can understand you wouldn't like this. Let's go with the flavor. And had this in the freezer for about 25-30 minutes. That's the way you want to do malt liquors, especially the high gravity ones. You want them in the freezer for an hour, maybe, if you can get away with it. I was drinking Miller High Life last night, and Miller Genuine Draft earlier in the day yesterday, and this is so similar to that. Because you're getting that really prominent yellow corn grits. It's there. It's in the undertaste, but it's certainly there. No, if you eat grits a lot, and I do eat grits, but that's the white hominy. But anyway, if you eat grits, you're gonna really recognize that flavor. Magnum's body it's medium bodied. It's not watery. If you don't want to drink a watery beer, if you want a beer with some body, some boldness, some character, this is one to get. There is some hoppiness there. I think it's a little hoppier than the Miller High Life, Miller Genuine Draft. The IBUs on those probably around 12. This is probably around 17. So it's slightly elevated hops. Um, I don't get the people ripping this because it does have a nice, pleasant beer flavor. No, it's not a high level gourmet beer, nor was it ever meant to be such a product. People will say it's a ghetto beer, a nigger beer, stuff like that, you know, but that's really an ugly thing to say. It's an inaccurate thing because it's yes, it is popular in the lower income areas. The beer companies target those areas once Anheuser-Busch discovered that for whatever reason black Americans liked malt liquor. And they discovered this in the early 70s. And more than likely it was because they liked the high alcohol and they felt like it was a bargain. You were getting more bang for the buck. And that's the actual quote that Anheuser-Busch used in their market research, more bang for the buck. But here's what Miller says here in this 1996 document, Malt Liquor. It talks about this. It says most larger American breweries include a malt liquor in their menu of products, and Coors was not one of them. That's why they said most. Malt liquors are beers with a distinctive taste profile, and that's certainly true, and slightly higher alcohol content. And well, today it might be significantly higher with the high gravities. Malt liquor shipments represent a relatively small segment of the beer industry. Now they go on to describe Magnum malt liquor. Miller's malt liquor brand is Magnum, which was introduced in 1981. The brand won a silver medal in the American malt liquor category at the 1993 Great American Beer Festival. You're not going to win a silver medal being terrible. So this is an award-winning malt liquor. It hasn't won a large number of awards, but it has. And I certainly am a fan of it. You can count me as a fan of Magnum malt liquor. And if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. If you're weak and scary, don't fool with it. But if you like the more of a manly type beer, then check it out. It's got a nice film around there, or lacing as people say. Nice clear gold appearance, some bubbles. Ought to have bubbles, it's carbonated. So really great stuff. It's insulting to me if somebody say it's a zero. Hey, I've been admiring this since I started drinking beer in February 1996. I have a lot of respect for Magnum malt liquor, and if it was ever discontinued, I would be very disappointed. So I would say join the Malt Liquor Project, drink it if you would like to, test it out, and give me your feedback on it. It's a fun hobby, this malt liquor consuming activity.